Hello, friends. Welcome back to Living a Robust Life, where we discuss all things health. My name is Elsie, and I am a holistic health and life coach. If you are new here, please take a minute to comment below and let me know what is one thing that you've done for yourself this week that has been positive. This week, we're moving on to Habit 5 in Stephen Covey's book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Habit 5 is seeking to understand before being understood. And this is where Stephen Covey introduces the principles of empathic communication. He reminds us that, first of all, when we are having conversations with people, that we should try to diagnose the problem before we actually provide a solution. And in diagnosing the problem, he says, rather than listening to just the words that are coming out of somebody's mouth, to try to understand their perspective or the unspoken things and help them to arrive at a conclusion that may be beneficial and that may help them feel like that you actually understand where they're coming from. He says that the challenge that we have in communication is that we try to provide what he calls autobiographical responses, which means that we try to evaluate, which is either agreeing or disagreeing with the person. We try to probe, which is asking questions from our particular frame of reference. We try to advise, which is giving people counsel based on also on our frame of reference. We try to interpret, which is trying to figure out the person based on our knowledge. And he says that when we do this in communication, we empty people's emotional bank accounts, because what we're doing is not trying to make them feel like they're heard. It's trying to make them feel like that there is a solution to their problem, when they may not necessarily be looking for a solution to their problem. They may just want you to listen and understand them. And he states, because understanding and perception is different, we may be looking at the same thing and viewing it from different perspectives. So if we seek to understand based on the other person's perspective, then we're more likely to have better communication and more likely to deposit into the other person's emotional bank account, which makes them more receptive to whatever our ideas may be. Which is why he says that we should seek to have empathic communication. And in this case, empathic communication is listening for the underlying message and trying to draw out whatever the underlying message is without necessarily providing a solution first to the problem. Then he also reminds us that for empathic communication to work or to even be possible, we should try to have communication on a one-on-one basis. And one-on-one basically means that, for example, if it's two different companies trying to get together on the same page so that they can close a deal, the people who are in charge of closing the deal should be the ones who are either responding to questions or providing insight on however it is they feel that the deal will be best met, as opposed to multiple people clamoring to give insight and their point of view, which may end up causing more of a challenge than providing a solution. So in this case, seeking to understand is as simple as it sounds and also just as complicated as it sounds. It requires for you to be willing to listen to what the person is saying and to also tell the person that you're having this communication with exactly what your understanding is of what they have said, so that they can clarify and you can continue to be on the same page. And the more the person clarifies, and the more you seek to make it seem like you are actually listening, not necessarily listening to provide an answer, but just listening to understand, then the better chances you have of ongoing communication. If you haven't yet picked up your copy of the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, I encourage you to do so, and then feel free to send me a direct message with comments or questions, or just go ahead and comment in the comment section below. As always, your health matters and your life matters, and I encourage you to do one thing this week that will benefit you. Love and light, Elsie.